Hello and welcome to Ginger Prime. My name's Brian if you're new around here, but if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Smashingly sexy. Sure for sure. That's what you get for subscribing, by the way. Barely legible words in your feed this morning. Now, what are we doing today? Today is patch 6.08 for Final Fantasy XIV, and I thought I'd take a different spin on the patch notes themselves because this patch is buffs, and even more buffs, and chances are your favorite job just got even more damaging. So what I thought I'd do in this case, because this is so focused in on job and job adjustments, we do the visual patch notes. I'd show you what it looks like, what skill they're specifically talking about, in case the name doesn't necessarily resonate with the skill. Sometimes I struggle with that myself. They'll name something got updated. I'm like, wait, is that A or is that B? I don't know. I have to go log in and find out. So hopefully this is of value to you guys. If you find that it is, if you're new around here and you do subscribe because you feel like this video gets you hit that subscribe button, thanks and welcome. Sound off in the comments below so I can officially welcome you personally to the channel as well. But beyond that, just thanks for being here. I hope you have a fantastic day, and let's go ahead and dive into the notes. First update, we're going to be on Paladin. Paladin is meaty updates. Here you can see Spirits Within going from 250 to 750. No, 270. Dadgum dyslexia. I was like, it's not that big of an update. It's not that big of an update, but it is what it is. Then we're going to drop down to level 86. Dadgum dyslexia. Expiation. This is getting a massive update, going from 300 potency to 340 potency. And from here, it only gets better. Blade of Faith is going from 250 to 420. That's a big boost to the Blade of Faith. Blade of Truth is going from 350 to 500. And so that is massive. And then finally, Blade of Valor going from 420 to 580. So some meaty updates. And if I said 350 the first time, it's actually 250. So 250 boost, 350, and then 420. That's some massive updates for the Paladin. Jumping into Warrior, already dominating within the space and within the meta. Warrior's only got one update. Tomahawk going from 100 to 150 potency for the Warrior. That's your long-ranged, like, hey, get over here ability. Now, if you like to punch some butts on Monk, Phantom Rush is the only update for you this patch. It's going from 1000 potency to 1150 potency for their level 90 ability. Now, Dragoon actually has several updates, the first of which is Dragon's Sight. Dragon's Sight has been extended from 12 yalms to 30 yalms. That's actually a huge radius boost for this ability. The target party member is no longer required to live within 12 yalms of you in order to receive the effects of the left eye, and channeling the animation between the Dragoon and their target actually has been removed. So overall, like, I think this is going to be very nice for Dragoons out there, especially whoever they pick with Dragon's Sight. Now, following this up, Radiant Thrust potency has been increased from 260 to 280. Stardiver, the potency has been increased from 500 to 620. It's a massive boost right there. Heaven's Thrust follows it up with a big boost, going from 430 to 480. And then finally, Chaotic Spring combo has been increased from 240 to 260. Rear combo potency has been increased from 280 to 300. For ninjas out there, for Spinning Edge, the potency has been increased from 200 to 210. Gust Slash, the potency has been increased from 140 to 160, with the combo potency has actually been increased from 300 to 320. Aeolian Edge, the potency has been increased from 120 to 140, with the rear attack potency going up from 180 to 200. The combo, in this case, from 340 to 360, and the rear combo potency from 400 to 420. For Armor Crush, the potency has been increased from 120 to 140. The flank attack potency from 180 to 200. The combo potency from 320 to 340. And then finally, the flank combo potency has been increased from 380 to 400. And the final adjustment, the potency for Hondo Ryu, potency has been increased from 1200 to 1300. Jumping into Samurai Hakase, has been increased from 150 to 180. Jinpu, a boost from 250 to 280. Shifu, a potency increase from 250 to 280. The Samurai's level 90 ability, Ogai Namoriki, potency has been increased from 800 to 900, and then the Kenshi Nahamori, the potency has been increased from 1200 to 1350. For Machinist, we see Drill has been increased from 550 to 570, Air Anchor 550 to 570, and Chainsaw, the level 90 ability, from 550 to 570 as well. For Dancers, a boost of Cascade from 180 to 220. Fountain from 240 to 280. Reverse Cascade from 240 to 280. Fountain Fall has been increased from 300 to 340. And finally, Technical Finishes have been updated. 4 steps potency has been increased from 1080 to 1200 potency. For Black Mage, Fire 3 gets a buff from 240 to 260. Blizzard 3 gets a buff from 240 to 260. Blizzard 4 getting a buff as well, going from 300 to 310. Fire 4 from 300 to 310. And Xenoglossy seems like it's getting a nice huge jump, going from 660 to 760. So a big 100 potency buff for Xenoglossy. And finally, for the Summoner, Astral Impulse is getting a buff from 430 to 440. Ruby Wright is getting a buff from 430 to 450. And finally, Fountain of Fire is getting a buff from 520 to 540. Now, as we dive into the rest of the visual patch notes right here, we can see the Oceanic Data Center has been added. And you can see here we've got a couple of different worlds: Bismarck, Ravana, Sephiroth, Sophia, and Zervin. Now, performing a homeworld transfer designated as a new world actually will apply a double experience bonus to level 80. There's also a kind of a condition in which that if you go and create a new character and you only get once per server's account, so note that if you've already got this kind of bonus, it might not apply. But if you get a character to level 30 on a new world, you'll actually get 15 days of free subscriber time as well. So there is those bonuses, a lot of different bonuses when it comes to those new and preferred worlds. So that is available for you to do right now. The following settings have been added to the system configuration and enable DualSense DualShock 4 functionality. This is for compatible controllers that utilize rumble and playback of sound effects. So PlayStation 4 and 5 controllers that are hooked up can actually take advantage of this. And it is so amazing because I do have a PS5 controller, and the mounts and how they have their own little different wiggles and little vibrations is truly quite special. And then finally, enabling the immersive spatial sound audio from the sound settings will actually disable the equalizer mode here in this regard. So just note that those are the settings that have been applied. Those are the job adjustments that have been made. And hopefully this video has been somewhat of a help to you, especially if it is visual. Guys, if you enjoyed this style, let me know. This was an experiment. I figured I would give it a different take, see what you guys think about the patch notes done visually, and we can kind of go from there. Guys, this has been Brian for Ginger Prime. Thanks so much for your time. Hopefully you have a fantastic day, and hopefully you enjoy these changes and the future changes to come to Final Fantasy XIV. Welcome back to all those who now can purchase the game starting tomorrow, I believe, at the time of this recording. But regardless, hopefully everybody enjoys the new data center and the job adjustments. And yeah, I'm just gonna wonder what's gonna happen with Dark 9. I've been waiting to see if we see any more sustainability brought into that job itself. Anyway, guys, that's been Brian. That's my thoughts at the end of this video. Thanks again for being here. Hopefully you have a great day, and hopefully I see you in my next video. But until then, take care.
I just want to say I'm really glad you're feeling better, and I love the videos. Well, I love you too. Michelle? Shoot for the moon, and so even if you fail, you'll reach the stars. Go for the 100K subscribers. Yeah.